Hey everyone, it's Pastor Kevin. It's time for an update on our next phase as a congregation as we move into June amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, before I get into all of that, I want to stop and show you something. I'm down here in the fellowship hall, not because I believe this is a great background for a video, but I want to show you this cart. This cart and the stuff around it. Because right here is all we have needed through May to produce outdoor gathered worship. Through your generous giving and your hearts to praise God and show up and be flexible as we try different ways of worship, we've been able to use all of that equipment to have life-giving worship outside in God's creation. And let me tell you, it has been a balm to my soul to be able to see all of you outside of your car and to do so safely without masks in the fresh air. Now, a little while ago, the CDC put out new guidances for vaccinated and unvaccinated people. And the Wisconsin Council of Churches also responded with their own recommendations in relation to those. As has happened throughout the pandemic, every time there's been new guidances from the CDC, from the local health department, from the doctors and scientists, and all of those at the Wisconsin Council of Churches, we've taken time to reflect on them and then be flexible as a congregation to respond in ways where we keep everyone safe and we don't inflict trauma upon one another. Well, with these new guidances, I'm excited to announce that June 20th, we will return to gathered worship inside the sanctuary here at the church. June 20th will be our first gathered worship. Now, there are going to be some measures in place to keep each other safe and to prevent inflicting trauma upon one another. We do these out of love for each other, even when they might be uncomfortable to us as individuals. So here are the three measures we're going to have in place. First, we're going to require everyone to wear a mask when inside the church building. The reason we're doing that is we reflected that the CDC gave a pretty polar extreme for those who are vaccinated and those who are unvaccinated in terms of wearing masks in a gathered worship. We also know that many of our youth who are under the age of 12 still aren't eligible for a vaccination yet. And rather than masks become a scarlet letter for those who are unvaccinated or those who cannot get vaccinated, we're choosing to all wear masks so that in solidarity with one another, we can continue to do that to keep one another safe and to keep one another feeling welcome in our church. The second thing is that we are going to be encouraging social distancing in the sanctuary, but not requiring it. We've noticed in our outdoor worships that some people are okay being gathered close to those who are not in their family or their immediate bubble. Others still need more time and distance from one another. So rather than mandate social distancing, what we're going to do is ask you to name what you need, to name your level of comfort when you come to worship. So that means when you're here, if you need more distance from other people, that's perfectly okay. We have a large sanctuary and there should be space for us to spread out. If you're comfortable being close to others, that's okay too. Just be sure to always check with those around you before you enter their bubble. Our number one goal is to love our neighbors and to respect their needs. So if someone says they need more distance, that's okay. Or if someone says it's okay for you to sit there and you're ready to, that's all right as well. Again, social distancing will be encouraged but not required. Finally, the third thing you need to know is that at least at the beginning, we will not have group congregational singing. The reason for that is, one, we know that aerosols spread more COVID-19 virus particles, but also with all the trauma we've had to take in and with all of the adjustments, we've decided that we're going to do one adjustment at a time. So here we're coming into worship and wearing masks. And then we'll add singing back in at a later time so that we can all transition safely without inflicting bigger traumas as we adjust to be back together. I am super excited for gathered worship starting June 20th. Until that day comes, I encourage you to get vaccinated if you're not vaccinated, to stay healthy and do healthy practices to keep you and your loved ones and your neighbor safe. If you have any questions or concerns about anything I've said to you today, I invite you to come and contact me. Pastor Kevin at spiritalivechurch.com is my email. Call the church office. Stop on by. I'm happy to meet you out in the world, and I am here to listen to some of your concerns and your questions. There's also an FAQ on our website, and the link is in this email, or if you're not watching this on the email, it is at our website, spiritalivechurch.com/COVID-19. Until June 20th, I'm excited that we're going to continue outdoor worship. So I can't wait to see you on Sunday out in the lawn or at some other safe gathering of Spirit Alive. I love all of you dearly, and I look forward to be gathered again in worship this weekend and in the future in the sanctuary together soon. We'll see you all later.